Tonight, you're going to fall in love with the most important person in your life, yourself. But first, let me tell you why loving yourself isn't selfish. It's the most generous thing you can do for the world. When you truly love yourself, you show others what's possible. When you treat yourself with kindness, you model what healthy love looks like. When you honor your worth, you give others permission to honor theirs. Self-love isn't selfish, it's revolutionary. You've spent too long being your own worst critic. You've spent too long looking for love and validation outside of yourself. Tonight, that changes. Tonight, you learn to be your own best friend, your biggest supporter, and your most loving companion. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. You're safe here. You're exactly where you need to be. In the next 25 minutes, you're going to experience what it feels like to be completely loved and accepted by the person who matters most. You time to find a comfortable position and allow your entire body to settle into this sacred space of This is your time to connect with your own heart, to remember who you really are beneath all the stories and criticisms. You are about to meet the most beautiful, loving, worthy person you will ever know, yourself. Take 3 deep breaths of pure self-compassion. With the first breath, breathe in acceptance for exactly who you are right now. With the second breath, breathe in forgiveness for any ways you've been unkind to yourself. With the third breath, breathe in the deepest, most unconditional love for your beautiful soul. I am ready to love myself completely. I am ready to be my own best friend. I am worthy of my own love and affection. I deserve to treat myself with the same kindness I would show someone I adore. From this moment forward, I choose love over criticism, compassion over judgment, acceptance over rejection. I begin by placing both hands over my heart and connecting with the steady rhythm of life flowing through me. This heart has loved others so deeply. This heart has shown compassion to friends in need. This heart has celebrated others' successes and comforted them in their pain. Tonight, this beautiful heart learns to extend that same love to me. I feel the warmth of my own hands on my chest, and I imagine that I am holding my own heart with the tenderest care. I speak to my heart with love. Sweetheart, you have been working so hard to give love to everyone else. Tonight, you receive love. Tonight, you are cherished. Tonight, you are celebrated. I acknowledge all the ways I have been critical of myself, and I choose to let that criticism go. Every harsh word I've spoken to myself, every impossible standard I've set, every way I've made myself wrong, I release it all now. That critical voice was never my authentic voice anyway. It was learned from others who didn't know how to love themselves. My authentic voice is the voice of love. It's the voice that sees my beauty, my strength, my resilience, my growth. It's the voice that celebrates my efforts rather than demanding perfection. It's the voice that speaks to me the way love itself would speak. This is the only voice I will listen to from now on. I look at my life and I see not my failures, but my courage. Every mistake I've made was a step in my learning journey. Every time I've fallen down, I've gotten back up. Every challenge I've faced has made me stronger, more compassionate, more wise. I don't see a person who's not enough. I see a warrior who has never given up. I acknowledge my incredible resilience. I have survived 100% of my difficult days. I have made it through heartbreak, loss, disappointment, and pain. I have kept going when others might have quit. I have found strength I didn't know I had. This resilience is not something to take for granted. It's something to celebrate. I honor my sensitivity as a gift, not a weakness. My ability to feel deeply means I can love deeply. My empathy for others shows the beauty of my heart. My emotional nature is not something to be ashamed of. It's part of what makes me uniquely beautiful. I stop apologizing for feeling and start celebrating my emotional richness. I celebrate my body, not as an object to be criticized, but as my faithful companion through life. This body has carried me through every experience I've ever had. It has healed from injuries, overcome illnesses, and adapted to challenges. It deserves my gratitude, not my criticism. It deserves my care, not my neglect. I speak to my body with love. Thank you, faithful body, for breathing without my conscious effort. Thank you for your heart beating steadily, for your blood flowing smoothly, for all the miraculous functions you perform every moment. Thank you for your strength, your flexibility, your ability to experience pleasure and comfort and joy. I forgive my body for any ways it doesn't match impossible standards set by others. My body is not meant to look like anyone else's body. It's meant to be uniquely mine. It's meant to serve my life, not serve others' expectations. I choose to see my body through the eyes of love and appreciation. I acknowledge my intelligence in all its forms. I am smart not just because of what I know, but because of how I think, feel, intuit, and understand. My intelligence shows up in my creativity, my problem solving, my emotional wisdom, my ability to connect with others. There are so many ways to be intelligent, and I honor all of mine. I celebrate my unique gifts and talents. No one else in the world has my exact combination of abilities, perspectives, experiences, and insights. What I bring to the world is irreplaceable. My presence matters. My contributions matter. My voice matters. The world is better because I am in it. I acknowledge my growth and evolution. I am not the same person I was a year ago or even a month ago. I am constantly learning, expanding, becoming more of who I'm meant to be. Instead of criticizing myself for not being perfect, I celebrate myself for being willing to grow. Growth is the purpose of life, and I'm doing it beautifully. I forgive myself for any ways I've betrayed, abandoned, or neglected myself. There were times when I didn't know better, when I was operating from fear or programming rather than love. I understand that I was doing my best with the awareness I had at the time. Now I know better, and I choose better. I make new commitments to myself based on love. I promise to speak to myself with kindness. I promise to prioritize my well-being. I promise to honor my needs and desires. I promise to celebrate my successes, no matter how small. I promise to comfort myself in difficulties. I promise to never abandon myself again. I recognize that I have been looking for love in all the wrong places, when the greatest love was always right here within me. No one else can love me the way I can love myself, because no one else knows me as intimately as I know myself. No one else can be with me through every moment of my life the way I can. I understand that self-love is not about thinking I'm perfect or better than others. It's about accepting myself completely while still being open to growth. It's about treating myself with kindness while still being honest about areas where I want to evolve. It's about unconditional positive regard for my own being. I practice speaking to myself the way I would speak to my dearest friend. When I make a mistake, I respond with compassion instead of criticism. When I'm struggling, I offer myself comfort instead of judgment. When I succeed, I celebrate instead of minimizing. I become my own biggest supporter and closest ally. I release the need for others to validate my worth. While it's beautiful to receive love and appreciation from others, my value doesn't depend on their recognition. I am valuable simply because I exist. I am worthy simply because I am. This knowledge comes from within, and no one can take it away from me. I create healthy boundaries that protect my energy and honor my worth. I say no to people and situations that don't align with my well-being. I surround myself with people who see and celebrate my value. I remove myself from environments where I'm not treated with respect. Loving myself means protecting myself. I practice gratitude for all the ways I show up for myself and others. I appreciate my efforts to be kind, helpful, creative, productive. I acknowledge all the small ways I care for myself throughout the day. I recognize that I am already doing so much right, and I deserve to be appreciated for it. I let go of comparing myself to others and instead focus on my own unique journey. Someone else's success doesn't diminish my worth. Someone else's beauty doesn't make me less beautiful. Someone else's talents don't make mine less valuable. There is room for everyone to shine, and my light is needed in this world. I embrace all aspects of myself, including the parts I've tried to hide or change. My quirks make me interesting. My imperfections make me human. My struggles make me relatable. My differences make me special. I don't need to be like anyone else. I need to be authentically myself. I understand that self-love is a practice, not a destination. There will be days when it's easier and days when it's more challenging. On the difficult days, I will be extra gentle with myself. I will remember that learning to love myself is one of the most important things I can do with my life. I visualize my life 6 months from now. When self-love has become my default setting, I see myself making decisions from a place of self-respect. I see myself speaking up for my needs without apology. I see myself celebrating my wins and learning from my challenges. I see myself living with joy, confidence, and authenticity. I imagine how my increased self-love will impact my relationships. When I love myself fully, I attract others who love me fully. When I treat myself well, I teach others how to treat me. When I believe in my worth, others believe in it too. Self-love creates a positive cycle that enhances every area of my life. I connect with my inner child and offer them the love and acceptance they always deserved. I tell that beautiful child that they are perfect exactly as they are. I apologize for any ways I've been critical or harsh. I promise to protect their joy, their creativity, their innocence, their hope. I practice loving kindness toward myself, extending the same compassion I would offer to anyone else who was struggling. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be free from suffering. May I live with ease and joy. I deserve all of these blessings and more. I acknowledge that by loving myself, I'm actually serving the highest good of all. When I'm happy and fulfilled, I contribute more positively to the world. When I'm not depleted by self-criticism, I have more energy to help others. When I model self-love, I inspire others to love themselves too. I release any guilt or shame about prioritizing my own well-being. Taking care of myself is not selfish, it's responsible. I cannot give what I don't have. I cannot love others fully if I don't love myself. Self-care and self-love are acts of service to everyone in my life. I commit to daily practices that reinforce my self-love. I will speak kindly to myself throughout the day. I will notice and appreciate my efforts. I will treat my body with care and respect. I will pursue activities that bring me joy. I will surround myself with beauty and positivity. I understand that self-love includes setting high standards for how I want to be treated. I deserve relationships that are respectful, supportive, and reciprocal. I deserve opportunities that recognize my value. I deserve experiences that bring out the best in me. Accepting less than I deserve is not loving myself. I embrace my power to create the life I want. When I love myself, I make choices from empowerment rather than fear. I pursue dreams that align with my authentic self. I create goals that honor my values and desires. I trust myself to navigate challenges and celebrate successes. I appreciate my emotional nature as a source of wisdom and connection. My feelings are valid and important. They provide information about what I need and want. They connect me to my own humanity and to others. Instead of judging my emotions, I listen to them with curiosity and compassion. I honor my journey without rushing the process of growth and healing. I understand that transformation takes time, and I'm patient with myself. I celebrate progress over perfection. I appreciate each step forward, no matter how small. I trust that I'm exactly where I need to be right now. I recognize my inherent worthiness that exists independent of my achievements, productivity, or what others think of me. I don't have to earn love. I deserve it simply by being alive. I don't have to prove my value. It's built into my very existence. This worthiness can never be taken away from me. I practice seeing myself through the eyes of unconditional love. I imagine how the most loving being in the universe would see me with complete acceptance, appreciation, and delight. This loving perspective is always available to me, and I choose to adopt it as my own way of seeing myself. I commit to being my own advocate in all situations. I will speak up for myself when necessary. I will ask for what I need without apology. I will set boundaries that protect my well-being. I will not accept treatment that diminishes my dignity. I am worth fighting for, and I will fight for myself as this meditation comes to a close. I seal in all the love, compassion, and appreciation I've generated for myself. This energy will continue to grow and strengthen in my daily life. I am transformed by this experience of genuine self-love, and I will never be the same. I know that I can return to this loving space anytime I need reminding of my worth. The love I've connected with tonight is always available to me because it lives within me. It's my birthright, my natural state, my truest essence tomorrow. I will wake up carrying more self-love, self-respect, and self-appreciation than I had before this meditation. I will notice opportunities to be kind to myself throughout the day. I will catch myself when old critical thoughts arise and gently redirect to loving ones. I am grateful for this opportunity to fall in love with myself. I am grateful for my willingness to open my heart to my own beautiful being. I am grateful for the courage to change my relationship with myself from criticism to love. I love myself completely, unconditionally, and eternally. This love is the foundation upon which I build my life. This love is the source of my strength, my joy, my peace. This love is who I am at the deepest level, and it will never leave me.